Prince William isn't just furious, he's playing chess, and his next move could erase Harry and Meghan from the royal family for good. That opening line may sound like tabloid bait, but in the quiet, palatial corridors of Buckingham Palace, it's becoming a chilling prophecy. What was once dismissed as just family drama has evolved into a calculated and sophisticated power play, one that threatens to alter the future of the British monarchy itself. For years, the House of Windsor adopted the ancient royal art of silence. Smiles for the cameras, polite nods in interviews, and tight-lipped statements, even when under global scrutiny. But behind the stoicism was pressure. Pressure from insiders, the public, even from within the family itself. And no one has felt it more acutely than Prince William. He's not just angry, he's strategic. And now, the chessboard is set. Once, they were inseparable. Prince William and Prince Harry were the photogenic faces of a modern royal family. Through grief, duty, and the endless media glare, the brothers navigated royal life like soldiers on the same battlefield. But all of that changed in a matter of months. Sources close to the palace confirm that the turning point came long before the infamous Oprah Winfrey interview. It started when Meghan Markle entered the fold. And, by extension, so did Hollywood. To William, the monarchy is not just tradition, it is sacrifice. A centuries-old institution that demands loyalty, discretion, and above all, discipline. Meghan, with her American directness and professional PR instincts, embodied the very opposite. And Harry? He didn't just follow her lead, he abandoned the palace completely. The betrayal wasn't just Harry leaving, one former royal aide reportedly said. It was that he dismantled everything William had spent his life protecting. If there's a single moment that turned frustration into fury, insiders point to a detail so seemingly minor it almost got missed. During a press interview promoting her latest brand endeavors, Meghan corrected a host mid-sentence. It's Meghan Sussex, not Markle. To the average viewer, it was inconsequential, but to the royal family, it was an unmistakable signal. It was a declaration. The Duchess title was not a courtesy. It was her brand. From Netflix documentaries to Spotify podcasts, from Archwell Foundation press releases to her latest brainchild, American Riviera Orchard, Meghan has doubled down on her Duchess identity. Her products, her appearances, even her social media presence are steeped in royal undertones. And while Buckingham Palace publicly shrugged, Prince William didn't. To him, it was the final straw. Behind the palace walls, an operation quietly began. It wasn't emotional. It was legal. Prince William began assembling advisors, not just courtiers, but lawyers, constitutional experts, parliamentarians, all focused on a single mission: remove the Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles once and for all. But here's where it gets complicated. Royal titles aren't just family heirlooms. They are state-sanctioned honors. That means they can't be revoked by royal whim alone. Parliament must approve any removal. And herein lies the deeper tension. King Charles, ever the cautious monarch, has hesitated. Palace sources say he fears a public backlash, a media circus, or worse, escalating Harry's grievances into a constitutional debate. But William sees a long-term threat. If Harry and Meghan are allowed to leave the monarchy, insult it, monetize it, and still keep the titles, said one constitutional expert, it sets a precedent that's nearly impossible to reverse. For William, this isn't about emotions, it's about institution. For years, Harry and Meghan enjoyed massive public support. Their wedding was watched by millions. Their every move, especially in the US, was followed with fascination. But something has shifted. The British public, once enamored with the rebellious prince and his glamorous American wife, now views them with growing skepticism. Poll after poll shows their favorability ratings plummeting, especially in the UK. In one recent survey, the Sussexes were ranked just slightly above Prince Andrew in public perception. A damning comparison, given Andrew's fall from grace. Even within palace staff, a nickname has reportedly taken root: the gruesome twosome. Meanwhile, Prince William and Princess Catherine have leaned into stability. Their public appearances are precise, their messages carefully curated. The contrast is glaring and intentional. For every Netflix scandal the Sussexes provoke, William counters with dignified silence and increased visibility. For every exclusive tell-all, there's a royal charity event, a speech, or a quietly powerful gesture. The war is asymmetrical, but make no mistake, it's war. If William thought the Duchess would retreat quietly, he was wrong. Since the launch of American Riviera Orchard, Meghan has been on a rebranding blitz. She's embracing the royal-adjacent lifestyle fully. Elegant photo shoots, refined cooking segments, luxury packaging, all underpinned by her continued use of the Sussex title. In interviews, she rarely refers to the monarchy directly, but the implication is clear. She is a duchess, and she's not giving it up. Legal advisors to the Sussexes have reportedly warned the palace that any attempt to remove the titles could spark a firestorm. Free speech advocates, anti-monarchists, and global media outlets would frame it as petty, vindictive, or even racist. The Sussexes are preparing for war too, and Meghan? She has mastered the art of victimhood as PR. Caught in the middle of this Cold War is King Charles III. He is a monarch who waited decades for the throne, and yet his reign began under the shadow of scandal, family dysfunction, and a growing Republican movement. Charles has long held a soft spot for Harry. Even after the bombshell Oprah interview, he hoped for reconciliation. But now, sources say he's exhausted. His health, long speculated upon, has added urgency to William's position. If not now, then when? One aide reportedly asked. Yet, Charles remains hesitant to act. Unlike William, who sees the monarchy as a fortress needing defense, Charles views it as a family. Fractured, yes, but still salvageable. But time is running out. And William knows that once the crown passes to him, sentimentality will have no place in strategy. So, how exactly can titles be stripped? Under the Titles Deprivation Act of 1917, originally used to strip German relatives of the royal family of their British titles during World War I, Parliament has the power to revoke peerages under specific circumstances. But applying that precedent to Harry and Meghan would require a modern legal argument, namely that their actions are inconsistent with the dignity, service, and loyalty expected of royal title holders. According to constitutional scholars, William's team is preparing a proposal that does just that. It cites repeated attacks on the monarchy, unauthorized media projects, commercial exploitation of royal status, and an ongoing refusal to relinquish the Sussex identity despite renouncing royal duties. There's also growing support within the House of Lords for such a move. Quiet murmurs have turned into formal debates. It's no longer about gossip. One MP told The Telegraph. It's about precedent. Do we protect the institution or not? When William becomes king, insiders predict there will be no dramatic showdown, no press conferences, no royal statements. Instead, there will be silence. One quiet update on the royal family's official website, a disappearance from the list of working royals, a subtle omission from the court circular. And just like that, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles will vanish. William's team is already planning this digital erasure, not just as punishment, but as a message. You don't get to quit the monarchy and keep cashing in on it. For William, it is not personal, it is strategic. He's not trying to hurt Harry, he's trying to protect the crown. The question is no longer if, but when. Will King Charles act before his son does? Will Parliament push for clarity before the next scandal breaks? Will the Sussexes preemptively renounce their titles in a final PR flourish? Or will Meghan fight to the bitter end? Lawsuits, interviews, and branding blitzes galore. One thing is certain, the monarchy is shifting. William is not just preparing for kingship, he is shaping it, ruthlessly, quietly, permanently. And the Sussexes? They may soon find themselves in royal purgatory, not exiled, not welcomed, but erased. This story is not just about Harry and Meghan. It's about legacy, tradition, power. Prince William is proving that being future king isn't just ceremonial, it's tactical. He's learned from the chaos, from Andrew, from Diana, from his father's decades of indecision, and most of all, from Harry. The message is now clear. You can walk away from the royal family, but you cannot take it with you. Not under King William, not anymore.